Hello and welcome to Monroe Elementary Library. This is not a real library page, so it does not actually link to the school district when you click on the apple, but it would in real life. The important parts of this page is this tab right here would be changing pictures that are uploaded of the students in the school. The calendar would normally be protected so that only students and people on the school premises could see that. And it is in the weekly view so that it is viewable of the events that are happening that week at certain times. The survey is already taken, so it can't be seen right now, but it would normally be a question about what is your favorite book by this author with multiple choice answers and another option. At the bottom, there's a little bit of information in the footer so it shows up on every page. And we are open for community members after school because it is important for students to interact with the community, and this is a good way to offer that. Next, we have the research tab, which has the catalog, which links directly to Destiny Discover, and then research tools is my Symblue. But for request an item, it has a request a material form here, and as well as the Ask a Librarian form on the homepage. These are both sent to the librarian's email address. Then under the reading tab, we have back to the research tab, we have my research tool Symblue. And this is important because the students would already know what each of these tiles means by the librarian teaching them and maybe even handing out a paper index for the students. But when you scroll over them, it also tells you what they are labeled, so that would be a quick way for students to see that. Then under reading, we have the student book reviews, which is important because it's a Padlet, and I chose this because then students can easily add information to it, and it is easily changeable, and it can be changed to a different template so nothing overlaps, and it's a great place for students to add pictures and talk about their books that they are reading. Moving on to book talks. This is a place for the students, the teachers, the librarians to talk about current books they're reading. And then Storyline Online is linked here for books that are read aloud for teachers' use and students who like listening to books. Moving on to learning. These tabs do not all have information in them, but the examples are on the 2nd grade and the 5th grade page, where my author and illustrator project is linked, which will bring you to a different Google site explaining that project. And then the 5th grade page has a custom search of countries and a how to use Britannica World Atlas. So these are the types of things that the Launchpad pages would have. They are just quick, helpful, useful things for students' projects that they are working on in each grade. Moving on to, we are going to skip the student page, but sharing your work and blogging also have Padlets, so they are quick, useful things for students to add, and they can't be overlapped because of the template I chose, but they can add pictures to them and talk about stuff with their peers. The curriculum page for teachers, this I thought was very important because in my science methods class, we actually used the science and GSS standards quite a lot, and I believe this would be a quick reference page for teachers because they link directly to the standards instead of having to search. So it would be good for new teachers or anyone of that such. When going to lesson plans, this is another place where my Author Illustrator project is linked. And then it also has a few databases where teachers can find lesson plans if they don't have anything currently planned. Professional learning, I thought this was important for teachers because they can have places, links to seminars and makerspace workshops and workshops that they can visit to learn more about what they are doing and how to implement different tools, just as we in college go to workshops. Moving on to the Parents tab, these are all very important. So newsletters, these would normally be organized into file folders by the classroom because I don't have newsletters that are real. I just found a couple from the internet and put them on here, but normally they would be organized for quick access by the parents. The how-to section is mostly for parents using tools that we use in school at home. And the first video is a video on how to use reading in a home setting. And then the second one is how to use World Atlas, so that the parents also know how to use this and they can help their children if they need help. The volunteering tab is self-explanatory right at the top. And then our library policy. I mostly copied this over from Madison, either the UW or the public. I can't quite remember. And I changed a few things to make it sense for a school library because we would want different fines for students and different fines for the items checked out. The forms, this links to McGuanago area schools, and I believe this is what my page would look like. It would have links to PDFs of forms, athletic, enrollment, general forms, and I think that's very important for parents to be able to access that. When you click directly on the Help About Us page, it shows information about the library. I imagine this is what the library would look like, the school library connected to the school. Very modern looking. And a quick contact us just in case someone needs help. Internet safety. This is NetSmarts, so it's a good place for kids, teachers, parents, all those people to access some help on net information for their kids. And then iPads, this is another linked page to an article. I would normally put multiple articles on this page, but I was not able to find very many, and I thought this one covered it quite well. And then it also has some additional tools down here that can be used in the classroom. When we go back to the page, the last one is Ask a Librarian, which is just a simple form in case someone has a question or even request a material or any of that type of stuff. I really enjoyed making this page, and I thought it was really fun to imagine a library and then create a page for it. I really liked how mine turned out. I think the colors are really cool, and I actually chose those by thinking of what my school's colors would look like if I had a school. And I thought, why not teal and purple? They actually go quite well together, even though they pop quite a bit. And I thought this came together really well, and I would use a lot of these tools in a future library that I worked in. So thank you for showing me how to make a library page, and have a good rest of your day.